All right, I'm on hole 2 of the South Coast tournament. This is the White Cliffs Golf Club hole. These are brand new holes. Just trying to get them all as the week goes on. It is Sunday before the tournament week, so I'm just trying to get all of the holes. I think there's still a hole or two that I have not that I wasn't able to get. This hole right here is really going to all be dependent on your bag. Where we're at down here is that transition between our driver and our wood. I think most people are going to play this with a wood. When I came to this hole in the video I'll show here, I think I had a katana. So I had plenty of room in my wood club, but if I would have came here with a marlin, if I would have landed here with a marlin, I think my red line from my driver would have been somewhere in this area right here, and I probably still could have used my wood and rolled it up, but it may have been a better served to use my driver. But you're gonna have to bring a driver that's got, can handle being that close to it. So if you've got is it the Rock? It's got all of the backspin for drivers. Quarterback would work really good. But I think this hole here is really going to be dependent on your clubs, and it's going to be the ball that you bring is going to make a big difference here. And these par threes, we'll just have to work on them as the week goes on. They're going to be the goal number one is to make sure that you do whatever you need to do to make sure you get a birdie. And there is no way I'm going to be over here bouncing over to that. But you can see where the red line is right there. And with a quarterback, it doesn't quite have enough. If I'd used a zero power ball, I would have I would definitely be in my quarterback range if I used a zero power ball. So, which club you're going to use on this hole is really, you can change that, is going to be dependent on what ball you use. So you may find that you have to use a much bigger ball here than you would like to use just because it puts you in your wood instead of your driver. In all of the holes out here, we were getting big headwind, so I think that's part of Playdemic's deal. It's hard to get really good reads on holes when you're getting headwind, and almost all of the holes that I played, I was getting headwind of some type, either pure headwind or like this where it's a cross headwind. But these types of winds are very difficult to adjust for, especially when you're on new holes and you're not really sure how they're gonna, if there's a elevation change here or if this hole doesn't play right. First thing is try and establish what club and ball you're going to use. And then try and establish whether or not the wind adjustment is working, or if this hole has got, when you look out there, there's some spots that are lower, higher, there's all kinds of movement. And so making sure that we're making the right wind adjustment. So once you pick the ball and the club that you want to use, then the next deal is trying to dial in that wind adjustment. And then start to try and get closer to the hole. All right. And the par threes here, you know how it works. The par threes, we're just gonna have to play these holes a few times until we can start to dial them in. And it's really important that we keep good notes on these par threes. Our goal is birdie, but if we can, as the week goes on, dial those par threes and get them closer and closer and closer, so that we're giving ourselves a really good shot at hole in one. And we're absolutely positively guaranteeing ourselves that we're going to get a birdie on that hole. That's really the goal. So the par threes are going to be a work in progress as the week goes on. All right, thanks for watching.